but you know, like I was saying, that's how it used to be for me with my long hair.
Yeah.
I used to wear my braids.
You showed some pictures actually while we were hanging out there. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I had to change my whole persona, the way I looked and how I talked. Not because more because I wanted to, not because I had to, if you would.
Sure. Well, yeah.
Yes, I had to, but because of the political world that we live in, when they see a young man tattooed back like I was, my long hair, my ears all pierced and spread open, they judge me by the way I looked. And unfortunately,
dude, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. Actually, you don't even know my story, dude. I know I've been with fucking Hed PE for 4 years or whatever, but before that, like, before I got back at even doing music, dude, I was fucking like gnarly corporate world pig, like the gnarliest one you could possibly imagine.
Roger that.
I was an executive VP of sales at a correspondent for banks.
Oh wow.
Okay, and all they did was do commercial and residential lending. And I did that. I was an executive VP of sales at this correspondent for like 3 years.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I'd have to go in there wearing a tie and all this and that. But meanwhile, I'm like some straight death metal head, fucking goth, as gnarly as possible. Granted, I'm not into the tattoos. I think I'm not into it at all. So that was never an issue.
Right.
But on the same token, it was like, yeah, dude, I know exactly how that goes. And like, there's a whole story behind it, but... I had a moment and I fucking snapped, left the whole scene, did it in a totally epic way, and fucking went back into music. And like 2 years later, a wrong phone number connected me with these guys.
Wow.
And, I hadn't even heard of them before. I just fucking did the damn thing. And I went and auditioned. There were a bunch of other drummers there. I talked to Jared the night before, and then he emailed me music that night. I went out and I got plastered, did a bunch of blow, and fucking, like, yeah, woo! Just fucking charged it, Yeah, it was fun.
Roger that.
I borrowed my friend's Dodge Magnum to drive to the audition, and like I was, oh yeah, there's an audition today, and I remember thinking, oh yeah, I gotta burn that music to a CD. I haven't even heard it yet. I get it. No, I get it, and I put it in this fucking CD player, and I'm listening to it the whole way up. They're just driving up, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can do this. And I'm kind of committing it to memory. I had a little bit of traffic. I was from San Clemente to Westminster,
right,
which is probably about 45 minutes. So I had a good 45 minutes to listen to it and whatever, and get up there and check it out. I brought my snare, my double kick pedal, some sticks, and that's all I brought, and they had a set up there or whatever, and a bunch of other drummers. Before, I sat down, and they're like, all right, I was like, hey, Jared, how's it going? I'm Jeremiah, blah, blah. The other guys were there, and we talked, and they were like, all right, who wants to go first? And I was like, yeah, I'll go first, I just wanted to get it out of the way. I went first.
Roger that.
I wanted to get it out of the way, and also, by going first, I had the music fresh in my head from listening to it all the way, so I was like, all right, well, yeah, I know it now. I've been listening to it while it's still fresh. Let me just go and get this out of the way. Meanwhile, all I had was a slight little coke nap, fucking shaking in the fucking place. Yeah. Oh yeah, booze and blow. Whatever, fuck, dude. Okay, let me set this shit up. So I started setting my shit up and shaking this shit. Jackson starts playing Holy Wars, the Punishment Due, Metallica. Or Megadeth. Jesus. Ugh. I can't believe I just said Metallica. Megadeth. Holy Wars, right. Punishment Due, Megadeth. I started playing it. I didn't even know this guy's name yet. He just starts playing that and start warming up, and I just got my thing set up. So he's all and so I was like, oh shit. So I started playing along. We played through this whole fucking song together. Like, whole song, like, flawless. We knew every little piece. And we're like, oh shit. Yeah. I'm thinking in my head, like, oh yeah, dude, what the fuck? Yes. We were cracking up right afterwards. I was like, hey dude, I'm Jeremiah. And he's all, I'm Jackson. Hey, nice to meet you, man. Right on, dude. Jared was in there chilling, and the audition went well, and whatever. After the audition was over, the other guys started going. I got my shit, went outside, smoked a cigarette, trying to shake along. And then all these drummers started leaving. I don't even think all of them went. I don't even think all of them auditioned. I think like they sent them out, like they listened to a couple of songs per each drummer. I played through all 6 songs that Jared sent me. And the other drummers like played through like 1 or 2 songs, but didn't play it, I guess, as well as I did, or maybe not. I don't know, whatever. But they dismiss him right there. Okay, let's see what you got here. He go audition. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go have a cigarette, chill. They all left. Hey, you with the horns. What? Yeah, are you Jeremiah? I'm like, yeah. Hey, congratulations. They start congratulating me. Shit. Did I just get this audition?
Sweet.
Well, no, it wasn't like sweet, dude. No, it wasn't. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Like at the time, I was in a tribute band. I was making great income. I was just doing the local deal, and it wasn't like anything glamorous or whatever. We were just a cover band, like a tribute band or whatever. So like, I was doing that, but I was making great money. I was just chilling, fucking comfortable, It was all good. And so I even did this audition because it was just this random thing that happened, a wrong phone number.
So they called you by accident?
No. Actually, well, are we? Well, let's do the interview.
We're doing
You
it.
can ask me about it.
We're doing it right now. We've been doing it.
We have been doing it?
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
You're listening to WOCC, guys. How you doing out there?
Hello. All right, cheers. Well, there's the intro.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
What happened was my cousin accidentally, he was trying to call this girl or whatever to come see my show. Because at the time, like I said, I had a tribute band called Bloodbath and Beyond.
Right.
And it was me, 2 of my friends, and we did all, like, 80s metal covers that we liked, and grunge also,
right,
or whatever. And I did drums and vocals, and the guitar also did drums or guitar and vocals.
Roger that, hell of course.
And the bassist Michael Lucas, he also did bass and vocals, and we all just kind of did our songs or whatever, and it was fucking awesome. Actually, Michael Lucas, that bassist, I still live with now. Currently in San Clemente, but I'm moving out from there,
Right.
But anyway, we had a show on a Tuesday night. We did every Tuesday at this local bar, and my cousin hits me up, and I'm getting fucking plastered already at the bar. I was a total bar fly at the time. Like, I'd just be fucking shooting pool, getting wasted all day. I'm like, I'm gonna go fucking play some drums tonight. Yeah, and so we're all getting plastered. Had a little bit of blow. I was getting involved. Oh, yeah, shit. Well, my cousin calls me. Tried to call this girl or whatever. My cousin tried to call this girl. He accidentally called his friend who worked at a studio across the alleyway from where Hed PE was auditioning drummers on this day. And so he accidentally called him and was like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. No, I didn't mean to call you, man. I don't know, what are you doing? Blah, blah. And this guy, his name was Mark. He worked at a bombshell. Well, there's Bomb Shelter, which was the place where they were auditioning people, and he worked at, I think it was Bombshell Music, which is the studio across the alley from there, Westminster. And, they just started talking, I guess, and this band, Hed PE or whatever, was auditioning drummers and blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go watch my cousin tonight with this band, blah, blah, blah. And so they just talked and hung up. And I guess Jared, from what I hear later, Jared went into the studio because he was unhappy with all the drummers they had and said,
right,
hey, does anyone know a drummer? And by chance, because my cousin accidentally called that guy who was in the front in the studio, he said, I just talked to a friend of mine. He's got a cousin that plays drums. And I've seen him tonight, whatever. And I was like, all right, well, yeah, can you try to get him on bone? And that's how we got connected.
Roger that. So fluke, total fluke.
Total fluke, dude.
That's insane.
That's how we got connected. And, after that happened, I met them, and then, I played the first 3 shows. They were going to use this other drummer who came there. He played in a band that toured with, I guess, System of a Down and blah, blah, blah. He was also a Hed PE fan and liked everything, and he had also auditioned. They were originally going to take him, but they told him to go and, practice all stuff and blah, 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 and I played 3 shows. So I played those 3 shows, and after playing those shows, they went and, I think, rehearsed with him again, because there was a tour coming up, and after playing with him, it was like a thing where I think they all just said, can't give away Jeremiah, get this guy, because even though this guy had been with bands that toured with, I guess, these other big names or whatever. They were just happier with my product.
Roger that.
You know, so hey, good for me.
No,
you know?
totally.
4 years later.
I think a lot of it's the attitude,
actually,
too.
it's almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in December. I'll with Hed PE.
Now, you were telling me something interesting a little while ago that you played with another band.
Yes, play with Mushroomhead.
There it is, guys. So just in case you didn't know, this young man right here also plays for Mushroomhead.
Yes.
So, how did that come about?
Well, it just came about by, a couple of things that happened in there. I had to fill in for Stitch on Hed 2.
Right.
And he had an abscess on his knee and he needed surgery. And because I used to come up on stage anyways every night and do one song with them, then they kind of asked me, like, you might be able to fill in for Stitch while he's recovering and this and that. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And we got into it and we talked to him because I loved Mushroomhead. Ever since the first night I saw him, I was like, man,
sick with
this is a group that's fucking just got this shit together, dude. They're fucking straight up. Every single one of them is totally straight up.
Roger that.
You know what I mean? Like, no one fucks around. Like, what you see is what you get. They're not these fucking douchebags, by any means. And we got along from the very beginning when I first met them, and we just developed this great brotherhood. And then they asked me, and of course I took advantage of that. And so that was fun, and I had a great time doing it. I think I did about 10 shows on that tour, because originally it was just going to be 48 hours,
right.
2 days, but then it extended a little, so I did a lot longer.
Roger that.
So it might be close to 10 shows, maybe a little less. But anyway, then Hed 3 happened, and then something happened within their operation, which opened up another opportunity for me to continue touring with them and do the same thing I did last Hed.
Right.
Come on, oh, okay, great. So I took advantage of that, and then that turned into, we have a bunch of other shows after this tour is over, and then so I go and do these shows with them, and now we are trying to figure out a way to where I can be just, doing all these shows.
And this is an interesting show because you don't only play the drums.
Yeah, I get to go around and be a complete asshole. I'm not stuck in a seat. I'm not stuck sitting behind the seat. Like, dude, I can fucking run around the front. I can interact with the people, man.
Roger that.
Get right out there. I can go and mosh, which I did. Like, most of the time, I'd always run in and mosh on a song where there were no wire drums or whatever. I'm going to fucking mosh. Get involved. Get involved with the people.
That's what it's about,
I can be a fucking nut. And I am a nut. There it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe I am a nut. I enjoy that.
And that's what I think about you, is that you're the kid that'll come out to the audience and hang out and not really give a shit. Do your thing, you know what I mean? That's what really turned me on about you and the group, doing my own little research about them. You know what I mean? Because I am fairly new myself to Hed PE. I've always been into thrash.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm a huge metalhead.
These cats introduced me to you guys. Jeremy also.
Yeah.
Jeremy was talking to me about you guys at the other cafe.
Yeah.
And
he's the AOW commander right there. Winner.
And I got lighter. One of the things about you guys that I dug seeing for the first time is it brought me back to my old school punk days. Yeah. Some of those licks that were there were my old school Dead Kennedys, the Black Flies, listening to the Sex Pistols, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Black Flag, that was GDH. Yeah. That was me growing up, because that was hardcore for us. And that's what it threw me back to. You asked these guys for the first time in years, they actually got me on video thrashing in the pit.
Tonight?
Tonight. They have. I think they have it on video.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Why haven't you showed me that before?
There's surprises between both of us.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, surprise!
Roger that.
Jazz hands.
Surprise. Fingers.
That's great. Thanks.
Yeah, no.
Thanks.
So it was cool, because like I said, it threw me back to my old punk days, man, and I was able to go in there and beat up some little kids.
Yeah, Hed PE, man. No. It's like cheating in a video game.
No, it really was.
Cheating in a video game.
There were some big kids in there, too.
Come on, you're a big dude, man.
It's
messed up, man. Yeah.
This kid walked up to me, he was like, "You're like a tank trying to move." I was like, I'm sorry, I'm fat.
Shit, dude.
You know,
But
but
hippie definitely has huge punk influence and metal influence, hip hop, reggae, funk. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about Hed PE is that when you go there, you're gonna get a huge variety of music. And yeah, it's a really great.
I seen a group like that once, and they were called Primus.
Yeah.
And they were so eclectic that they played, I don't know how many different styles of genre, that it was just amazing. And that you guys remind me of that. You know what I mean? A group that'll be able to play anything at
Primus
any given
is pretty
point
awesome,
in time.
and I'm not saying that we aren't awesome because
No, you guys are sick with it, brother.
I'm not a conceited or arrogant asshole, but I will say that these musicians I get a chance to share the stage with are all so skilled. And more skilled than what I'm used to. More skilled than what I'm used to performing with, and I'm also very confident in our product. I'm confident in the fact that I know that we all mesh so well together that I'm, if anything, excited to share that with people because I know that when they hear it, they're gonna be like, "Oh wow, these guys are tight."
No, totally.
They're tight. I know that people will understand that when they watch what we do on stage together.
No, I was just talking to these young men and women about you guys because, like I said, I was doing my research and I found out you were fairly new in the group.
Yeah.
Right, you're the newest of them all.
The newest, yeah.
And going back to nobody else. I mean, the audience was there and you felt them, but the mesh that they're like you're saying is so insane.
Well, this another thing is
for
that
4 years.
You see, I'm sure a lot of situations when you're watching artists, perform their art, whatever it is. I think you'll always see some level of purity. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that what happens is when you have a band that has a lot of good stuff, good material, but you see a lot of the resentment, and you see, the bands that don't get along. You know what I mean?
No, totally.
You see the things, and it becomes apparent in the show, and we all get along in Hed PE, and we just all have a good vibe together, and we try to think that can be apparent on stage. I think we all hope that is apparent on stage because that is the case.
Right.
Is that we're all very comfortable with each other on the stage.
Well, the other groovy thing I really dig about you guys is your political statements you guys have. You know what I mean?
You can save all of that for the lyricists.
No, I really dig that myself.
I mean?
As an activist,
cool.
As an activist, for me, that's a great thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you got to somewhat think about it. I mean, being the drummer. You
gotta
have
forget about thinking about it just being the drummer. How about just being a citizen of America?
You know what I mean?
Being American.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, I think about it.
And the political statements that are going out there. I mean, at one point I heard "fuck Romney." You know what I mean?
Fuck that guy, man.
Fuck that guy.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Such a joke. It's just ridiculous. But I'm sharing that not as a Hed PE thing, even though that is said on stage. It got said on stage tonight, like you're saying or whatever. Even though it got said on stage like that, me personally, I am not speaking for anyone else. When I say fuck Mitt Romney or Mitt Romney, whatever, that comes from Jeremiah Stratton.
Roger that.
Okay.
No, Roger that.
That's that. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Joke.
Well, let me ask you this. So, drummer, anything else you play? As a musician, you play guitar, everything else.
I play guitar.
Any other instrument that you would want to play in another band that you haven't pursued right now? You know what I mean? Maybe your own band.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have plenty of songs that I write or whatever, but when it comes down to being in a band and actually performing it, no, I can't say that I would want to play anything other than drums. That's my primary, and that's what I love to do the most. And I'm not really skilled enough to even really be a great rhythm guitarist in a band. Even though I know how to play and I'm actually pretty good.
Right.
I'm not great by any means. I don't understand how to solo. I just kind of taught myself how to play.
Right.
And I can play some amazing arpeggios while still adhering to the rhythm and everything. You know, I'm good. I'm okay. Okay to good. Somewhere in between, maybe. Okay?
Roger that.
Right? But, you know, I wouldn't want to be like a rhythm guitarist in a band. I would just be uncomfortable the whole time. Wouldn't feel right. I mean, you know. No, I would be
All about the drums.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's my primary trade.
Very nice.
Love it the most.
Very nice.
My first love.
Now let me ask you some questions that everyone else probably has already asked you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's
get those out of the way.
Get those out of the way so we can
Meanwhile,
get
we'll smoke this,
some interesting stuff like
in here.
football, you know what I mean, and baseball and whatnot. If you're into that, you know what were your what were your major influences as a cannabis consumer? I mean, as a guitar player, a drummer, a musician, thrasher, all of the above.
And that's all I have to say about that. Well,
Amen.
you know, the good news is... Kizash,
What do
dude.
you need?
Kizash, dude.
He used his card.
Where's that paper?
I still need cash.
Here's some. You want to grab some more out of there?
Hey, America.
We're in the process of buying pizza right now, guys.
Gotta feed the crew.
That's what we got to feed the crew and hang
Joe,
out.
you want to go out there and get it with the card?
So we ordered a Hanny's
handle the rest of
pizza.
it as soon
Right
as
now,
you're done?
it's
We need
And I'll
substance
give him
to
a tip
eat.
out of this.
Is
How
what we're
much you got
talking
there?
about here, guys.
Yeah.
After a hard show, smoke weed, drink beer, eat
the
pizza,
total is 93.
hang
That's
out,
right.
And be safe.
and be safe.
Be safe and be peaceful. Relax.
So you were here at the cafe last time.
Yes, I was. That
And
was
we were
fucking
just
awesome.
talking about your tour, how you left your card at home because they weren't scheduled to come here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kind of groovy. You guys did come here. Totally hip with that.
Dude, well, hey, man, I came down, which, by the way, everyone needs to know, AOW is what, even got me down here in the first place.
Roger
Because
that.
we have our own,
No,
we got our
roger
deal
that.
going on. I know you're down with the AOW.
I'm down with that.
AOW is fucking what it's all about.
AOW, guys.
That's our own private sector. And, the guy who brought me down here is our commander, and he's our guy, man. He's a great guy, man.
Let's talk about Jeremy. You met him how?
I met him out traveling, and he was, he was at the show. Started talking, and became one of my friends. He's actually, he's good.
He's a really good piece.
Good guy, man.
He's a good piece. I've
Hey,
known
man, it's
Jeremy.
family,
I've known Jeremy for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
Since the old cafe. I've known him off and on. We've hung out, done our things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he talked to me before about you guys.
Yeah.
I
Probably.
don't know what
he's
happened, to
good
tell you the truth. I don't know how it didn't go through, but here you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here you are, which is a great thing. And let's let everyone know, Jeremy, if you're out there, brother, thank you very much when you see this. Thank you for what you do, man. You do a great job out there, brother.
I'll tell you right now, the commander, he holds down Portland branch like no other. He's our guy. He's our number one out here. And AOW is what brought this whole alliance together. It brought me into this place.
Well, let's let these guys out there that don't know what it's all about.
If you don't know, better ask somebody.
Better ask somebody. Better know.
That's how it goes. It's
Roger
not,
that.
this isn't some kind of private club, but it is AOW. It's the Association of the Wicked.
There it is.
And it's a worldwide group. This is us, something I created. And the Admiral, which is Waylon from Mushroomhead.
Right.
Basically created it. And now we're a tight network of people. We just started building it, and now we are a tight network of people that all look out for each other, and we're everywhere. I mean, worldwide, kind of everywhere.
And that's what it's
From
about.
Japan to Europe, Australia, and here. We're everywhere.
I love it.
And it's just now beginning to get to the snowball effect where, you know, people are recognizing it and it's going to be an amazing thing.
Yeah.
AOW is, that's some shit.
No, it really is, because like you said, that's what brought you here. And that's what's getting it together. And that's what's so great about everything that this young man does and everything that we're doing here at the cafe and other aspects of cannabis and the metal movement and the hip-hop movement, you know, and the reggae movement, is that we're able to hold down, be who we are, and open our minds and let people know where we're coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, is educating cats, giving people to what the truth is out there.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll tell you what. I haven't lied about anything on camera, so...
No, totally.
At least people can understand. I don't know. I have a lot of people that always ask me, like, how did you even get with these guys? You know, like, whatever. Well...
There it is.
Yeah, now you know. That's pretty... I gave you a pretty good, detailed, and 100% accurate description of what happened.
That is great. I love it.
From everything from what I was doing at that time, you know... Because, you know, at that time in my life, I was nuts, dude. You know,
I was partying.
I was crazy.
Barfly, I love it.
I never really overly abused anything, you know, I never, ever. But, you know, that particular day, like, oh, I was just on a good one, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get fucking wasted, dude, fuck it. Let's charge. And then that happened to be the day that the wrong photo happened, that, you know, this opportunity came across. I still just went with it. Oh shit!
This is it, man.
Oh shit!
Thank you.
That's a win.
Right there.
That's a win.
Right
well,
there.
anyhow, yeah.
Yeah. So,
This
football
is the cafe,
teams, brother.
dude. No, this is the cafe.
Football. Do you watch football?
Hey, I'm not into sports.
Not into sports at
Nope.
all. There it is, guys.
No, I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's not like I don't enjoy watching sports, but I'm not a fan of anything, you know?
Roger that.
I don't care who fucking wins the Super Bowl, like, hey, Patriots won the Super Bowl, ass! Oh, good, yay. Do I fucking care? No.
Yeah, I'm a Raider fan. For me, if the Raiders don't go, then...
If the Raiders don't go, then you're gonna fucking be doing what I'm doing right now.
I mean, yeah.
You're gonna start serving fucking booze in your damn place.
Crying in my Raider jersey. Another season lost. Shit, it's only been 12 years. At least I'm a humble Raider fan. It's been 12 humble years of losing and sucking. I'm proud of it.
I don't know what just happened.
I'm proud of it.
That just happened.
Gotta get the aroma up, guys. Can you tell what he had? Here we go.
Oh, dude.
There you go. Hey,
We're all good, man.
let's call this a good one. We're gonna sit down, eat some pizza. Thanks for kicking it, listening to what we gotta say. Jeremiah,
I'm Jeremiah.
thank you very much, brother.
No, don't
It's
thank
been a
me.
great
It's
one,
my
dog.
pleasure too, man. My pleasure too, dude. This is a beautiful place to be.
Hey guys, come check them out. They rock. I love it.
Cheers.
Peace
Hed
out.
PE, trauma.
Eat some pizza.